Sometimes it happens that you use VS Code to push your code to a new private GitHub repository, but when you then look at the repository on GitHub, it's empty, there's no code in there. Now when we go back to VS Code and try to execute git push for this project, we get this message here. We have to execute this set upstream command, but when we try to execute this, we get an error message, remote repository not found. Of course, the repository is there, we just set it up. There's just something wrong with the authentication process. When you have this error, what you can do is you can execute git remote rm origin to remove the connection to this GitHub repository. And then we execute git remote add origin to add this back. But before we press enter, we first need the URL of this repository from GitHub. So we copy this, paste it here, but we don't press enter yet. Instead, we go behind the HTTPS, but before github.com, and type in our GitHub username, where this repository belongs to. In my case, that's coding in Flow. Then we add an add, and then github.com. Then we press enter, and it might prompt you to insert your password or not, but now this project is properly connected to this repository, and it's authenticated. Now we have to execute this set upstream command from earlier again. And now this worked. Our GitHub repository now contains the code, and whenever you make changes and execute git push, this will also work.